Going on, guys? AK Electric. Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report. It is Sunday, the 26th of July, 2020. Before I get started, let me give you an update on some breaking news. Overnight, we had one person shot in Austin, 2 people shot in Aurora, a couple people shot down in Louisville by their own militia members. Somebody got stabbed out in Portland a couple nights ago. The summer of rage has kicked off. Anyway, as always, the first link below will take you over to the Patreon post. A couple people were confused last week. If you just go right below the video, click the link, it'll come up. You don't have to be a Patreon. Everything I post over there is public. Let's get into the news. I have got a ton of it for you. CDC, let's start off with the COVID. CDC study shows COVID cases may be 10 times higher than reported. That from Yahoo. But from MSN, they report half of CDC tests are inaccurate, study finds. So... okay, updates. CDC finds prolonged illness. Common experts call for shutdown. They're calling for another shutdown of the United States. It's going to happen all over again. That from USA Today. NPR puts us out in reversal. Trump now urges mask use, warns the virus pandemic will get much worse. Now he's telling you to put on a mask. Oh, they got to him, did they? That figures. COVID-19 now, mosquitoes bracing for bug-borne ills. Be advised that this is out of Michigan. Killer mosquitoes coming for the end of the summer. Mass shooting at funeral home in Chicago. These 14 dead. Shifting gears. Tell me how Black Lives Matter. I got another one here. Black leaders call NYPD to bring back anti-crime unit as shootings spike in New York. Oh, now you want the police. I'll put a link to this. Shout out to the St. Louis anti-crime cops. I hear you guys sometimes operating on C-Law 1. Federal judge son, 20, shot dead. Her criminal defense attorney husband critically injured after a gunman disguised as FedEx. This was the big news this week. Apparently had to do with Jeffrey Epstein. Speaking of Epstein, we got this. Madam Maxwell's sex life secrets will be made public as judge rules. Redacted court docs should be unsealed. I wonder if Donald Trump will have anything to do with that because, you know, they're old friends. You're absolutely crazy if you think he's not part of it. I'll put a link to this picture here, you know, whatever. Trump on the accused sex crimes accomplice, Madam Maxwell. I wish her well. Trump wishes her well. I bet he does. And I got one for election news this week. Joe Biden says we have lawyers going out to every polling voter registration physician in the United States. Oh, Mr. Turtle Man, I think you're a little confused. Over to financial news. We got how major U.S. stock indexes fared on Friday. How did they do? I didn't even pay attention to the stocks last week. Let's see. Dow Jones slid 182. For the week, though, the Dow fell 206 or 202.6. A little bit up and down for the Dow. Pretty flat week. $600 unemployment benefits expired this weekend because Senate Republicans didn't do anything. Yes, if you're on unemployment, you're getting that extra $600. No more. Men's Warehouse owner Tailored Brands plans to shut 500 stores, cut 20% of corporate workforce. Just the latest in the layoffs and firings going on. We're about to find out what the economy looks like when you throw tens of millions of people on unemployment overnight. That'll link from Zero Hedge. We got Bitcoin rallies 5%, and U.S. regulator greenlights bank crypto custody. Yes, you thought it was going to be an independent currency. How dare you? Mnuchin suggests U.S. should forgive small PPP loans of $150,000 or less. I got news for you. None of it's going to be paid back. Absolutely none of it. They just take. AOC aims to soak the rich with proposed New York wealth tax. Yeah, right. I'll put a link to this anyway. True Pundit says bandit Nancy Pelosi pockets $6 million in Amazon stock profits. Insider trading scheme involved purchases during congressional coronavirus meetings before U.S. retailers were forced to close. Insider trading. What will happen to her? Absolutely nothing, is my prediction. U.S. strikes $2 billion deal to buy COVID-19 vaccine from Pfizer. Put a link to this, of course. Good times for Big Pharma. HR 5717 proposes tax on gun and ammo purchases. No, it hasn't been voted on yet. I hear there's ammo shortages all over the place, though, along with pocket change. No change to be found. What's going on? Virtually all white people contribute to racism. Treasury Department lectures white employees as part of diversity training. And Ice Cube says Hollywood owes reparations for all the damage you've done to black people. Okay, Ice Cube, we'll give you your reparations if you want to hand back all of the millions and millions of dollars you've made over the years. I'm sorry, that just pisses me off. You know, a lot of the black artists have done more to hurt the black community than anyone. With all your rapping up about bitches and hoes and drugs and money. Little kids are watching you and they're emulating you and they grow up to be thugs. You have to own some of that too. Anyway, over to, where are we now? New World Order Police State News. Trump vows to never defund the police. Hundreds of federal law enforcement will be sent to Chicago as part of Operation Legend. Protesting is getting more and more out of control because people are pushing back against federal agents, federal DHS agents in the cities. Please tell me your thoughts on that. The tactics of a dictator. Portland leaders demand removal of masked federal agents sent by Trump administration following spike. I'll put a link to this from The Independent. Reuters puts this out. Trump mobilizing U.S. military to deliver the vaccine. Yes, this is from 2 months ago, but just something to keep in mind as we inch closer and closer to the New World Order death shot. The military will be used. Intel Hub put this out this week, July 24. Military medics now transporting Arkansas residents deemed COVID positive to undisclosed isolation facility. All that stuff we talked about during NLE 09 and from then on, it's all happening, folks. We got Montreal police tackle and arrest man in Tim Hortons for not wearing a mask. Shout out to my friends up in Canada. These people are nuts. Broward County officials now require citizens to wear masks within their own homes. Sky News. All these anti-vaxxers are nuts. Boris Johnson says he wants everybody to get vaccinated. He wants everybody to get vaccinated. You think you're going to have a choice? No, it'll be just like that video from years ago. Get your shot or get on the bus. That's what's going to happen all around the planet. UK announces most comprehensive flu program in history. Aims to vaccinate 30 million. That came out on 24 July. Put a link to that. Fox 2 Now, local story. Okay, we got an update on the McCloskeys. They now face felony charges for displaying guns during the protest. But the St. Louis prosecutor's office busted for altering evidence, reassembled non-operable McCloskey pistol to classify as lethal. Oh, prosecutor's office, you got some spraining to do. That case is going to go nowhere. NBC News, Twitter bans 7,000 QAnon account, limits 150,000 others as part of broad lockdown. Be advised, freedom of speech being shut down. I don't agree with all the QAnon bullcrap, but there's no way I would say you need to take away their freedom of speech. I didn't agree with a lot of shit Alex Jones was doing, and you know, at the time that they banned him. But he deserves to have a voice. Everybody deserves to have a voice, even if you're crackpot crazy. It's America. It's freedom of speech. Now they're deplatforming everyone. Sheila Aliens put out a tweet that dealt with this 5 or 6 years ago. Would you believe today that anyone would not allow conspiracy content on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook? That includes conspiracy theories that actually are the truth. A lot of this crap that we've talked about over the years is the truth. It's all coming true all around you, and they're still shutting people down. I'll put a link to her tweet. We're over to World War III news now, and did you see what happened this week? This is big news, people. Houston police respond to suspected document burning at Chinese consulate. Why is this? Well, U.S. orders China to close Houston consulate amid swirling accusations of espionage and theft. This is, people, we are on the brink of World War III on top of everything else that's going on. China orders U.S. consulate to close. Put a link to that, of course, in retaliation. Death and bomb threats been made against Chinese embassy in Washington. Beijing blames U.S. government. That from RT. OAN puts us out. Chinese military threat on the rise. Taiwan foreign minister warns. We got South China Sea. That's still going on. Chinese Air Force sends warning to U.S. Navy with live fire drills. It's just going to take one missile going awry, people. U.S. and U.K. say Russia fired satellite weapon in space. I don't know what's up with this. 23 July from BBC. Royal Navy warships track Russian submarine off the coast of Dover. Put a link to that. We'll never forget. Iran's supreme leader meets Iraqi PM, vows to strike blow to U.S. in revenge for killing. Operation Blackjack, people. Google it if you don't know what I'm talking about. I've been talking about it for years. Explosion hits central Iranian power plant a few weeks after another nuclear site was... let's see, when was this on? The 19th. Put a link to this from Sputnik. A couple more. DailyMail.com. SAS snipers target British jihadist cave hideaway in Iraq, leaving 100 Islamic soldiers killed in secret war. And they are sending a clear message that they rule Mexico. On top of everything else, we got this Mexican cartel that are heavily armed, and I don't know what, just south of the border. My people down in Texas and Arizona, be advised. Over to Earth changes in 2012 news now. We've had some big quakes in the past week. We had a 6.4 on the 26th at the South Sandwich Islands. We got the one in China, 6.4. 6.1 in Alaska. Now the big one happened back on the 22nd, 7.8. Sparked a tsunami warning. I put a link to this latest earthquake stuff. I haven't seen too much on the volcanoes this week. Alaska earthquake tsunami warning. Huge 7.8 quake hits. Get to higher ground. Luckily, nothing became of this. I watched this all night long. Tsunami markers were going off from the U.S. West Coast all the way over to Japan, but nothing big reported. Tropical storm Hannah forms in western Gulf of Mexico. I think this has made landfall in Texas as a Class 1 hurricane. I'll put a link to that. Hurricane warning for the Hawaiian Islands. There's a tropical storm going on, hurricane going on over there. Be advised. The Earth Coast heat wave isn't helping COVID-19 efforts. It is hot everywhere. It's hot in St. Louis. I know that. Why experts say U.S. residents may May face more blackouts amid COVID lingers. I'll put a link to this. ABC7 from some city. Dam collapse in China could point to a black swan disaster. Did you see this? Man, if you scroll down, they got just some amazing footage. A lot of China is underwater. It's affecting their crops and everything. I'll put a link to this, man. RT, how do you like that? Elon Musk, Russian and China likely to build joint moon base. Russian space chief says, okay. 4 massive asteroids, be advised, asteroid doom back in the news. En route to Earth, scientists discover space rock interstellar origin in our solar system. That from RT 5 days ago. Video claims asteroid impact coming in November, but experts weigh in. You scroll down here. I forget who's got that video. Somebody that I know. Area 51 photographs show rarely seen angles of the secret base. They got some good pictures here. I love Area 51 stuff. And scientists say supermassive black hole glitched, turning off and on by itself. You mean glitch in the Matrix, you know. I'm becoming more and more convinced that we're just living in a simulation. None of this crap is real. This is just... If you ever played the game SimCity, you know, it's something like that. Anyway, over to strange and bizarre news, you tell me. A woman dressed only in a thong goes Rambo on a few BLM members. I'm not going to play this video because there's killer boobs flopping around. I'll put a link to that. Unstable woman loses her shit over social distancing at the lake, goes DEFCON 1 with tape measure. This lady pulls out a tape measure. You're not 6 feet apart! We're all going to die! You're going to kill us all! I'll put a link to this. People are losing their minds. Coronavirus, new lockdown laws in England make it illegal for couples living apart to have sex indoors. Okay, well, we'll go to the park. Vancouver woman assaulted for asking man to wear a mask. I could have died. He could have killed me. 8 murders and rapists on San Quentin's death row die of coronavirus as prison. How did coronavirus get into the prison? I just wonder. And, you know, are you really sad that the rapists are going to die? Check this out. Would you walk through the San Antonio restaurant installs entryway that will spray you with disinfectant? No, thank you. Put a link to that. Fox 5, AP says it will capitalize black but not white. Apparently black lives matter than more. Black should be capitalized, white should not. I think we capitalize everything. I take the time every week. If you notice all the links on the Patreon post, I take the time to capitalize every word because I'm OCD that way. Everything is equally important to me. Portland moms form human shield to protect protesters from the feds. Put a link to that. We got go big or go home. Woman caught trying to steal massive TV from Walmart. I paid for it. Here's the receipt. Psych. I gotta get out of here. TMZ puts this out. Man brazenly steals 3-foot dildo caught on video. What are you going to do with that? Put a link to it. Maybe we get mounted on the roof making an antenna. Maine man saws neighbor's garage in half amid boundary dispute. Oh, you want to say that this is your yard? Okay, well here, I'll just cut my garage in half. Trump said we have won 2 beautiful world wars. This is the last one in this strange and bizarre bin. Donald Trump, what is the matter with you? Do you think before you speak? A world war is beautiful to you? Sorry, it just pisses me off. For all the news, please check my favorites. Man, I could go over some of the stuff. I've covered so much stuff that I haven't covered is over in my favorites. We got the stabbing that went on up in Portland. Dimcad put out a great video talking about things are going to come crashing down. China-Pakistan secret deal. I mean, there's all kinds of angry drive. Oh, that's coming up here in my shout-outs. Chicago police explain how protests turned into a riot. Yeah, pull that up and see what they did to the Chicago cops. Oh, my God. People are losing their minds. Make sure you check out my favorites, and thank you to everybody putting out content. You guys are doing an awesome job covering everything. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm running on forever. Too much caffeine. I got a couple shout-outs this week. Shout-out to the angry driver. Socks it to protesters blocking road in Seattle. Now, I don't know if these are actually BLM people. It looks like a bunch of people on bikes. But anyway, this guy right here. Not that I condone knocking anyone down, but, you know, People are getting upset that you keep blocking the roads, whoever these people are. Get out of the road. Stop interfering with other people's living their lives. You know, you can protest all you want. And shout out to Lavoy Finicum. The Finicum family put out a statement regarding the BLM. I will put a link to the video. 8 minutes. Definitely check out what she has to say because it's nothing but the truth. You know, people want to say Black Lives Matter. Well, you know, white lives matter just as much. Lavoy Finicum's life mattered. Jose Guarena's life mattered. You know, who's the guy out in Professor Joseph Moshe, FBI Special Agent Stephen Ivins. You know, I can name a bunch of white people that have been killed by the police. And it's not a white or a black thing. It's all lives matter. Damn it. Check out her video. It's good stuff. That's all I got for this week. If you like the report, you can support me on Patreon or with PayPal directly. You can also follow me on BitChute, Twitter, Facebook. I know I'm all over the place. All my links are always at the bottom. And please rate the video. Thumbs up or thumbs down. If you think it sucked, it's the worst of YouTube. Please rate, though. It helps it move around. That's all I got, guys. I'm sorry to be just, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I just want to get all this out to you. I'm going to get back to the live feeds because stuff's still going on up in Portland. Absolute madness, summer of rage going on. World talks of World War III, talks of asteroids, doom everywhere. Please tell me what you think. You guys take care, stay safe, remain vigilant. I will see you on the next one.